Nude makeup will forever remain timeless in the makeup industry. Do you want to see how I achieved this amazing look? Then stay glued to my channel. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm a Nigerian-based makeup artist in Owerri, Imo State. If you're new to my channel, please do well to hit the subscription button. Give this video a thumbs up, comment and share. Thank you so much. So let's get right into the glam. First, you want to groom the brow with a spoolie and a new blade. Groom it according to the shape of your client's face or your face. We'll also go ahead to replicate the same process on the other brow. Please, you want to be careful while doing this so that you don't give your client any cuts. Next, we'll go ahead to clean her face using a wipes. This is a makeup wipes. You want to clean her face of every dirt and take out every excess oil. This will help our product to sit very well on her face. You don't want to apply makeup on a dirty skin. Then next, we'll go ahead to moisturize her lips. Next, we are going to do the brow work. Starting up first, we are going to tame her brow. This will help us control the stubborn brow hair that might not want to align with the pencil. Use a tamer to tame the brow properly before going in with a pressed powder to set it. This will help us control oil in case the product has more oil on it. So this is me using a pressed powder to set the brow before I go in and do my pencil work. Next up, we'll be doing her brow work, and I'm using the Davis pencil in the shade 03. You want to outline exactly what the person has. Trace the brow. You want to make sure that the brow bone are popping and make sure that your pencil is properly sharp. Then go into the inner corners and shade in a light stroke in an upwards direction before shading in the inner corners of the brow. Make sure you're doing this precisely using a very sharp pencil. My pencil is very sharp and this pencil is from Davis and is in the shade 03. After shading in the brows, go in with your spoolie to be sure that the pencil work and the natural hair aligns together. Then we'll go ahead and repeat the same process on the other brow. Next, going in with the Yanga Beauty concealer in these two shades, you want to outline the brow and correct any mistake that you might have done while lining the brow. And using the concealer, you want to shade just where the brow bone starts and ends, while in the inner corners of the eye, we'll be going in with a foundation shade that blends with her skin tone and undertone. Next, we'll go ahead to repeat the same process on the other brow by cleaning out the lining of the brow with a concealer as well. You want to make sure that it's properly blended into the skin. Be careful when doing this so that you don't clean off your pencil work more than the area you want to conceal. Next, using the concealer shade for her skin, you want to correct the inner corners of the brow. Why we are doing this is to make sure it aligns with the skin work, because the area you want popping out is the brow bone, but in as much as that is, you also want to clean out the outer part, the inner part of the brow. So doing this, you have to use a foundation shade that blends into her skin so that this is seamless and flawless. We'll also go ahead to clean the top of the brow using the same precise angle brush that we've been using. This angle brush is from Kissbeauty and it's very flat and it does the job for me. It is very nice. I totally recommend if you are a beginner. And here is the look of the brow after we're done. I'm sure you can see this cream perfection. So if you love this, please give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscription button, comment whatever you want me to teach in the comment section and see me bring it to life. So next we're going to go on to do the eyeshadow. So starting off with our Glam Girl eyeshadow primer, we're going to prime the eyelid to help eyeshadow sit properly. So for her eyeshadow, we'll be using the Blossom eyeshadow for transition, where we are going to use our powder palette from Veebeauty as our major eyeshadow. So this is actually a nude look in natural glam that you can wear to anywhere, to a party, to church. Sorry guys that I did not film the colors I am picking for transition, but just bear in mind that this is a natural glam look, so you want your transition color to be as natural as possible. If you don't want it to be too natural, understand that blending is the game here. You want to blend every color into each other until there is no demarcation between each of them. See how beautiful this eyeshadow is popping out, the transition color. It's important to note that if you want a seamless eyeshadow transition, blending is the key. You have to blend properly. Start off with a lighter shade of your transition color before going in darker. You want to blend in every color into each other. Anybody who wasn't around you when you did the makeup shouldn't know what and what is on the eyes. The transition should be seamless. There should be no demarcation between the lighter shade and the darker shade. Blend from the outer corner of the eyes to the inner corner. When going into the inner corners, clean off with a tissue or pick a lighter color so that it's not dark all the way in. Then go in with a natural color and blend between the brow bone and the transition color. I'm sure you watched up to this point and you can tell that this job is amazing. Why don't you hit the subscription button and give this video a thumbs up, comment and share. Thank you so much. This is your way of supporting me. So at this point I was already done with the transition and headed right into the eyeshadow. Like I said earlier, this eyeshadow is from Veebeauty powder palette. One of the shades from the palette, I just picked it and applied it on the lid. So this is a matte eyeshadow, though a powder, but you want to apply that on the lid. Just press it and make sure you add enough. This way it's going to pop out very well. If you don't put enough powder there, it will not pop out very well. You know, what we're creating is a natural look. So in my eyeshadow palette, I couldn't get a color that I could say was natural, so I had to go in with the powder palette. Next, we'll go right ahead to start her skin prep, and we'll start off using the vitamin C serum from Dr. Rashel. You want to blend this onto the skin properly, then dry out with a mini fan before going on to the next skin prep. So next we'll go ahead and apply some moisturizer on her face, and for moisturizer we'll be using the Blossom moisturizer. This moisturizer is a must have. If as a makeup artist you don't have the Blossom moisturizer on a budget, then I don't know what other affordable but efficient moisturizer you have in your kit. So you want to blend that properly into the skin and then dry with a mini fan before going on to the next skin prep. So after drying that properly, next to go ahead to do the primer, and for primer we are using the classic primer. This primer is actually very nice. It's going to give our makeup a good base to sit on, plus also help your makeup to last a longer time. It gives your makeup like a long wear. You want to apply that on the T-zone, you know it's a matte primer, then dry out properly with a mini fan. You can also go ahead to apply like a hydrating primer if you have. If you don't, you can actually do this on the other parts of the face, but please make sure to avoid the eye region. And I actually applied it on the parts of her face because she has an oily skin. If your client has a dry skin, please, you want to skip a matte primer. So for foundation, we'll be using the Maybelline Superstay and the Zaron foundation. You want to mix that together. We actually mix this up to get her perfect shade and undertone. Blend that properly into the skin using a damped beauty sponge or a beauty brush, a blending brush, sorry, whichever you can work on, but understand that you have to blend it properly. There should be no harsh line anywhere. After blending that, next we went in to contour her face, and for contour we are using the black opal stick foundation. With my contour brush, you want to contour her cheekbone, the contour her hairlines, the bridge of the nose, her jaw lines, and then her jaw. Next, going in with our beauty sponge, you want to blend that properly into the skin. Blend it properly so that there are no harsh lines between the foundation and the contour work. Next, we'll go ahead to apply some liquid blush on her chin using the imagic lip palette. You want to collect the product, apply on your hand before controlling it into the skin. This way you know the amount of product you're applying on the skin. That's why I prefer to put the product on my hand and then go in with my blending brush before my beauty sponge. This way I'm blending out and blending out at the same time, so at the end of the day there is no way you're going to have any harsh line. Also apply some contour on the bridge of her nose. This is going to add some warmth and colors to her face so she's not looking pale at all. You understand that this is a nude glam, so you want to bring some colors to the face. So next we'll go ahead to highlight her face using the two shades of concealer we used in correcting her brow. You want to pick the product onto the back of your hand or a foundation tray, then using a precise blending brush, pick the product and apply it under the eye region, on the forehead, the bridge of the nose, on the jaw. Going in with our beauty sponge, you want to blend that properly into the skin. Please dab it, do not drag the product, just dab it into the skin. Next, we'll go ahead to set the highlighted area, and for setting powder we'll be using the Merak setting powder in the shade Cinnamon. You want to ask your client or your model to look up, blend out any creasing that might have taken place under the eye while she looked down. Then ask her to look up, then pick your product, dust it out, then go ahead and set the face. You don't want to go in with too much product, so when you pick the setting powder you want to dust it out before setting the under eye. Just press the product into the eyes. This way you're going to achieve a very flawless finish at the end of the day. So you're basically setting everywhere you did the highlighting work. That's all the areas you concealed with your concealer. Next, we'll go ahead to set all the face, and for setting we'll be using the pressed powder, and this pressed powder is from Veebeauty. This Veebeauty powder palette is very nice, it's very true to tone, and it actually blends in very well with the skin. It doesn't have any fallouts or harsh colors and all. It doesn't give flashbacks when you're taking pictures. So this is a very good buy, and it's a Nigerian brand. It's very nice. We also go ahead to use the same press powder to contour the face. You want to make sure that the contour area does not go in together with the blush. It blends in together, but let it not cover each other. At the end of the day, let all the works be showing, but separately. We're also going to use that same powder palette to also contour the nose using a precise angle brush for the nose contour. Just watch, you see what I'm doing in the video. If there is anything you don't understand, do well to put it in the comment section, and I'm going to reply you and explain very well. Next, we'll go ahead to take out all the setting powders under the eye region. You want to sweep that out, then go ahead, pick a powder that is 2 or 1 shade lighter than your client's skin, depending on what you would want to do, but 2 shade lighter at most. Use it to set under the eye. Just basically press it into the eye region, that's under the eye where you did the setting. You also do the same thing to the forehead, the bridge of the nose, the jaw, and then under the nose region, all the areas you basically concealed with the concealer. Okay, so up next we'll be applying blush. This is a powder blush. We have done the liquid blush, so this is us setting the liquid blush we did earlier. And for blush, I'm using the CPD blush. This blush is very pigmented, so I picked a pink shade, and you want to apply it on top of the cheekbone, just on top above where you did the contour work, but make sure they all blend in together. And this is looking so beautiful. If you've watched to this point and you're yet to give this video a thumbs up, why don't you just like this video, share and comment? Thank you so much. Also, do well to subscribe to my channel. God bless you. Now that you have liked and subscribed to my channel, you see how happy I am and smiling. Thank you. So at this point we are baking the face. So We're basically going to bake and then reverse the contour, and we are using the same setting powder we used in setting the face, which is the merak setting powder and in the shade cinnamon. So next, going in, we're going to line her eyes, and for the lining we're using the Carrot Black Liner Gel. You want to line just slightly above her lashes. She has a hooded eye, so if you're working on a client who has a hooded eye, please, you need to make sure that your lining is very thin, else the eyes is going to stain your work, because if you ask her to look up, it's going to stain your work. So make sure your lining is very thin. Then next, we're also going to line her waterline. Now, if you have a client that tears up easily when the waterline is lined, this is a trick to it. When the person is trying to tear up, please tell them to sniff back the tears. It's going to prevent the water from dropping. This way, there will be no stain to your work. So next, I went on to smudge her under eyes. You already know me. You already know I'm going to smudge those waterline, and you can see it's already looking so beautiful. And for the smudging, I'm using a black shade in Blossom eyeshadow palette. That's the African Queen, I think. I'm going to check and also put it in the description box if that's not the eyeshadow I used. So you want to make sure you smudge that very well. So next, we went on to mascara her natural lashes to make it pop out properly, because for this look I won't be fixing any false lashes. This look is created in class for my one-on-one student, and this is a nude eyeshadow class that we created, and at this stage in her training she wasn't doing lashes yet. So next, we went on to do her lips, and for the lips I'll be using the imagic lip palette. Like, you know, this is a nude makeup class, so everything is actually natural. So for the lips, we're also doing a natural look. You want to line that properly using a brown shade first before we go in with a natural lip stain for the middle part of her lips. So at this point, you're still yet to subscribe to my channel. Is it fair? With the beautiful work I'm putting out there for you, please do well to hit that subscription button and give this video a thumbs up. Also, do not forget to comment and also share to your friends and family. You don't know who would need this tutorial, and it might be a lifesaver in their makeup career. So thank you as you do that. Thank you so much. So next, we went on to apply this beautiful pink shade. Also understand that when it comes to makeup, blending is key. So you want to blend the two colors into each other. There should be no harsh line for any reason. If after watching all my videos on YouTube and I see you wearing makeup with harsh lines on the street, I will stop and fight you. Make sure you blend it out properly. So going in next, we'll be taking out the setting powder on the face, and then using our powder that is 1 to 2 shade lighter than her skin, you want to set the eye region. And for this part, I was using a precise brush because my client tears a lot, so I don't want to use a brush that might be too hard or too big on the eye region, irritating the eye. So I was using a precise blending brush. Then next, we went on to also take out the contour, the reverse contour setting, and for blending that out you want to use a powder shade that is her exact shade so that there are no harsh lines. Next, we went on to set all that in to take out any powdery effect. This is going to leave her makeup looking skin like and flawless. Next, we went on to apply some glow on her face, and for glow we are using the Revolution blush and highlighter. You want to pick that and apply it on her cheekbone, on the brow bone, on the forehead, the bridge of her nose, and her jaw area. So next we went on to mascara her lower lash line, her lower lashes. Be careful while doing this so that you don't stain it, but if for any reason it stains while you're doing it, please allow it to dry before you take it out using your spoolie. Then next we went on to apply lip gloss on her lips, and for lip gloss we use the classic transparent lip gloss. Next, we went on to seal her makeup using the Seal It spray from Soopro Cosmetics, and you want to dry out with a mini fan. And here's the final looks, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this amazing tutorial. If you did, please give this video a beautiful thumbs up, comment and share, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.